The following is a Broncos Broadcast Network production.
Good morning and welcome to the Broncos Broadcasting Network. I'm Raphael.
And I'm Caroline. On today's broadcast, we have this week's Teacher Spotlight.
BBN News begins now. Today is Wednesday, February 5th. If today's your birthday, you were born on National Chocolate Fondue Day. You share a birthday with Bobby Brown, and on this date in history back in 2017, the big game went into overtime for the first time in history. The New England Patriots would overcome a 25-point deficit to defeat the Atlanta Falcons. If today's your birthday, happy birthday.
Are you looking for some extra support with your schoolwork, or do you just want some extra help with your homework? Then come to By the Media Center every Tuesday and Thursday from 2:05 until 3:30 p.m. for tutoring. Please see Mr. DeSimone with any questions.
Key Club is holding a sock drive. Please donate your new, unused socks, which will be delivered to local shelters and nursing homes. The drive will run until February 21st.
The Davenport High School Fashion Department will hold their annual fashion show on Friday, March 7th. Ticketing information will be available soon.
Prom tickets are on sale now. Old Hollywood will take place at Disney's Boardwalk Resort on Saturday, March 29th. Tickets are on sale now through Hometown Ticketing on the DHS website and are now $85, and the price will increase again on Valentine's Day. Don't delay. Get your prom tickets today.
There will be no refunds or exchanges. Tickets are available to juniors and seniors only, but those students may take a guest of any grade level. Each person attending will need their own separate ticket. Outside guests must have a signed form that can be obtained in a folder outside of Miss MJ's classroom in Building 3, Room 115.
Dress code will strictly be enforced, and students cannot have any disciplinary issues since January 22nd and must be up to date with all of their obligations.
Any students who have more than 10 unexcused tardies or more than 5 unexcused absence since February 3rd will not be allowed to attend prom. This includes arriving to first period.
Students who do not meet the requirements but purchase a ticket anyway will not be able to attend and will not be issued a refund.
Class of 2025, your last day to order cap and gowns is Friday, March 14th. Please visit the Senior Information Portal on the DHS website for more information.
Attention Broncos. Do you want to order fresh strawberries and help support the Broncos FFA? Then scan the QR code below to order your 4-pound box, which will be delivered to the school. Scan the QR code to order by Friday.
On to this week's Teacher Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Samaya with the BB News, and today we're spotlighting Ms. Tribble and talking to some of her students.
All right, so why do I teach at DHS? The reason that I teach at DHS is first, because this is where God put me. Secondly, the reason that I teach at this level is that has been my drive. Since I was in my bachelor's program, I was initially going for counseling. I wanted to do family and couples counseling. And in doing that, halfway through my program, I realized I didn't have the right personality to take on the practice of psychology. That I, as an empath, don't need to go anywhere near that because I tend to take on the weight of the world's problems as my own, and I try to fix it. And if I can't and someone's not listening to me, that would really cause me a problem. So I geared it towards wanting to teach. Furthering through my program is when I realized that if I had someone explain the things to me that I have learned throughout my studying of psychology when I was younger, that maybe I would have made some different choices throughout life and had a better outcome in some of the circumstances I found myself in. Life happens to all of us, right? And so for me, it's a drive, a calling that I want to share with you guys, the kids of our school, these things that I didn't have anybody tell me, let alone an adult, right? In an effort to help you guys pave the way to be successful, healthy, and resilient students facing life. And if you are in a good place mentally, then you are set up for success in general.
The most impactful thing she's told me is probably when she would have one-on-one conversations with me. She would usually get down to earth with me, and since she's also an empath, she's told me very life-changing advice, if that makes sense. And it really just feels close because she'll tell me not to be a pushover as much, because that's something that she's struggled with and something that I can struggle with, and I just feel like it's very impactful for me personally.
The most impactful thing she's told me is that at the beginning of every single semester, every single time she has a new class, she states how whenever teachers are like, oh, you have to earn my respect, she does not believe in that. She believes in that we have her respect unless we show her that we can't have her respect.
That's really hard because she says so many things to just encourage us, especially at AT meets, but also just as a person. She wants the best for us always.
So how is it that I connect with students on a deeper level? For me, I feel like you guys would have to be the one that actually answers that question. But the way that I look at it, I feel like you guys see teachers as people who can't relate to you. That you guys tend to see my first experience in teaching, my first full year of having a class of my own, I taught at the Real Academy. And I found that a lot of the kids there looked at us teachers as if we were like superior to them, like we were looking down on them, like they could never achieve what we've achieved because we went to college or we did whatever. And that's not the case. You don't know your teacher's life. You don't know what your teacher has experienced. So don't make that judgment call. For me, I lost my mother at 5 years old to drug addiction. I lost my biological father at 18 months old to a brain tumor, was adopted and raised by my maternal grandparents. I have experienced so many things in life along the way of loss, but yet somehow I have been able to still push through. And I feel like if I can share that with my students, if I can share that with the students here at DHS, that it will help them see that, one, we're not much different than you. We've been there, done that, got the scars to prove it. But two, that we're a lot more relatable. If we're relatable to one another, then it builds a better, conducive learning environment.
Miss Tribble is more than just a teacher to me because I felt closer to her than any of my teachers in the past. And I just feel like there was always a connection from the start I took her class to the very end of it. I just feel like she's very outgoing and she gets close to students when she feels it's necessary.
Miss Tribble is more than just a teacher to me because when I first started out in the school in 9th grade, I joined the softball team and she was the coach of the softball team. And over time, we just got a lot closer and she's felt like a mom to me ever since. She's always been so loving towards me.
Miss Tribble is more than just a teacher because she's really just like a mother. She's there if you need someone to talk to. She's there to support you, and she just has a very motherly vibe.
I'm Samaya with the BBN News.
Today's ACT word of the day is unadorned, meaning undecorated or plain. Though the dress was unadorned, it was by far the best prom dress on the rack.
The Bronco Theater proudly presents Anastasia the Musical on April 4th and 5th. Get your tickets today on the hometown ticketing section of the DHS website.
Attention class of 2025, have you already been accepted to a college or university? Have you been offered a scholarship or grant? Then please bring in a copy of your acceptance letters and scholarships awards to Ms. Hoke.
Davenport High School will hold their annual College and Career Fair on February 12th from 8 until 10 a.m. Please see Ms. Klink with any questions.
The Sunshine Foundation will be hosting their annual Spring Fair on March 8th from 11 until 2 at the Sunshine Foundation Dream Village. Come dressed as your favorite princess or superhero character.
On to Bronco sports. On Monday night, DHS held a playoff doubleheader. In the opening contest, the girls basketball team defeated the Osceola Cowboys 50-27 to advance to the second round to face the Haines City Hornets.
The boys took on the Celebration Storm and started the game with a 23-5 run and never looked back with a winning of 71-41. The boys will play the Poinciana Eagles in the second round of the 7A District 9 tournament.
Our tennis teams will host the Auburndale Bloodhounds today.
The boys basketball team will take on the Lake Gibson Braves tomorrow in the preseason game at Santa Fe.
The boys weightlifting team will host Ridgeview Global this afternoon. Good luck to all of our athletes.
Boys volleyball tryouts will continue today and will conclude tomorrow from 4 until 6:30 p.m. You must be cleared and activate in order to try out. If you have any questions, please see Coach Jorge.
Thank you for joining us today for Broncos News. I'm Rafael.
And I'm Caroline. Have a great day, Broncos.